everyone, Serena Bee here and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I have an October daily flip through for you guys. I recently made a reel on my Halloween Instagram, Pumpkins and Paper, showing you my unfinished October daily, or what I want to call it, my spooky season album for 2025, because spooky season is almost here. It's creeping along and I'm feeling that itch again to do Halloween crafting and to work on my October daily. So I did that flip through and y'all really loved it, and I thought maybe I'll do a more detailed flip through for my YouTube channel, because there's a lot of detail that you don't really get when you're doing a quick reel, right? So this video is going to go into more detail about my 2025 album, so I hope you enjoy watching. And if you're new and you like Halloween and October daily, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Oh, I forgot to put my rings on. That's better. Right. So I've been doing October daily for over 10 years. I have my first ever video from 2015, which helped popularize the concept in the community. People were doing October albums, you know, Halloween albums before that. I really helped promote, you know, the concept of October daily, inspired by Ali Edwards's December daily. So I've been doing October daily for over 10 years, and I have different albums for each. Some of them are more junk journaly, so I have some that are like more project life with page protectors, and I have some that are albums. So I have a variety of different types of October dailies, and I'll link my October daily master playlist below if you want to check them out, the ones from the past. Actually, just one more thing to say before we get into the flip through. I was planning an October daily series that I was hoping to launch last year for the 10-year anniversary. However, time flew by and I didn't have a chance to edit all those videos. So my goal is to definitely put it out this year. So if you're into October daily or Halloween crafting or junk journaling, you definitely want to subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, because I'm going to be releasing that series this year for sure. And it is a junk journaling type of October daily, and that's going to be from my 2024 album. So yeah, that is definitely coming this year, so definitely check out for that. So let's get started. And so this year for 2025, and probably moving forward, I'm going to be doing things a little differently. So with that said, let me show you the album. So these are just some extra photos and things I need to document in the album. So as you can see from the title, this is going to be Spooky Season 2025, because this year specifically I did a lot of fall activities and things I wanted to document from September as well, not just October. And I don't have something to document every single day in October. I don't think I'm going to be doing that concept anymore. So although it's considered an October daily, you have the freedom to do whatever you like, to document whatever you like, and as many days as you want. So it's really up to you. But I decided this year to do Spooky Season 2025. So, and at the end of this video, I'm going to read you the list of all the different things I'm going to be documenting in this album. So stick around for that. So basically, this is my intro page, and I used some paper from Prima and some of these bat die cuts. If you have any questions about products I use, just leave me a comment below and I'll let you know where they're from. But I'm not going to go into too much of that right now. I just want to show you the details of each page. So on this one, I added some graphite stickles to the word Spooky Season, and I did use a stamp set. I believe it's from Carrie Bradford, and I'm obsessed with it. So I really love that stamp set. So this is my intro page. I was toying around with the idea of creating a Halloween only Instagram account, and this is the year I finally did that. So this page is documenting that, and I did this in July, so I think it was July. So again, spooky related story, but not from October specifically. That's why I wanted to do just a spooky season album. Yeah, so July 5th is when I started my Pumpkins and Paper Instagram account. And so I have just a screenshot of my first ever couple of posts, and I like this as 222. I think I changed my bio around, I'm not sure. For the decor here, I used a lot of Paige Evans' collection. I think the ghosts are from Simple Stories. I think this is from Simple Stories as well. Anyway, so again, I added that glitter to the pumpkins, and the trick or treat has some Winkestella as well as the little die cuts. And I really love how I did this page. It's really cute. I layered the embellishments on the background, and then I did this little flippy bit here. And this year I also created a new October daily prompt list. I have 3 now so far that I've created over the years, and I thought it was about time I created a new one. I really love my October daily prompts. They're very unique, very cool, and I try to include things that are different each time, so they're not repeated prompts. There are some favorites that I you know, like to reuse. I don't remember which ones I used here, but for the most part they're all new prompts. So I wanted to document that as well. This is just a journaling spot that I created. I stamped spooky season, I stamped some spider webs, and I tend to do my journaling at the end. So I haven't done any of the journaling yet in this album except for the Wednesday meal, which you'll see soon. Just embellish the heck out of it. I think it's so cute. And I talk about how I finally started my Instagram page and talk about my October daily prompts over here. Some of my favorites just from looking: horoscope, kitchen witch, trees and leaves, because we have to document nature, ghosts of Halloween past, a little stitious, that's a reference to The Office. I like to do a lot of references and stuff like that. There's also a reference to Rocky Horror, which is one of my favorite movies. Anyway, there's a bunch of really fun ones, and in case you're new and you don't really know how to use prompts, you can really use them any way you'd like. If you're journaling every day, you can use them as journaling prompts, you can use them as photo prompts, you could use them as story prompts. They're really like open to interpretation, and the creativity is up to you. And I do have a reel kind of explaining each prompt, and the first time I've ever done that, and giving you an idea of like what each prompt meant to me and how I would interpret it. So there's different ways you can look at each prompt, and there's some that are like pretty vague that could be anything. So I will post the reel if I can in the description box below, so you can get an idea of the thought process I had for each prompt that I picked. So that was fun. Alright, so moving on, I'm documenting Wednesday's meal of dread, or whatever it's called. What is it? Wednesday's meal of misfortune. And at the end of my journaling, I wrote, Wednesday would be pleased as she inflicted pain and suffering for us with IBD, IBS, and lactose intolerance who wanted to try her meal, because I suffered, but I wanted to try her meal. Anyway, so I just used this skull background page I really love, and so I used all of the packaging that I could. I still have some, like the cup that I've been flattening under my mat forever, so I think it's flat enough that I can put it in the pocket, but I wanted to keep everything and document it. So I created pockets with the nugget and fry holder. So I have this 3x4 card in my stash. I just added some stickers. This is the packaging from the back side of the container, the fry thing, and I just added some trim. So here I'm just documenting the 3 different dips that we got. We got 3 out of the 4 mystery sauces, which is pretty fun. There's just one we didn't know, but it's fine. Like, I wasn't gonna buy it again just for that sauce, because you don't know if you're gonna get it. So we got This Will Sting, Grave Mistake, and Nowhere to Woe. And that was fun. This was mostly really just for the experience of it all. In my journaling, I say like we're not really big fans of Wendy's nuggets, so this was really just for the experience. I have more packaging. I think it's the back side of this one here, and has all the different sauces, and then there's a picture of our meal. Had to take a nice picture. That tucks back in, and then I just used some fabric to do a little pull tab, and I created this dangly do here, and so I have just a black tassel and little skull and crossbones charm, which is really fitting for this. So this is the back side of the card, and I really like how it looks. I just used, so I had 2 bags, and I used part of the bag here to decorate. I just added some ghosty stickers from Paper Hunt. I pretty much used all the packaging that I wanted to in the layout, and I had the bag left over, so I just used it to house random ephemera from the month that I wanted to document. So I got these 2 wall hanging things from Target, and then I placed an order with Graveyard Wanderers, so I have some of the little, papers in here. Yeah, so that's it. So I just used it as a pocket to house these extra goodies. And so I had to trim the bag and glue it down here to make it fit the album size. And then I just had this leftover Wednesday thing, so I put it here, and I just decorated the bag. So you can see this is the part that I cut for here. So anyway, I also wanted to document a little road trip that we took to Toronto to watch one of my favorite, my queen, Marina. And so these next pages are documenting that little road trip. So we went to this burger place called the Burger Alley, and it was like a Harry Potter inspired burger joint. So they had other types of burgers, but they were some that were like named for Harry Potter and stuff like that. Like this one is the Dementor, the Leaky Cauldron. I ended up having Medusa and Dragon's Kiss, and it was so good. We went back a second time because it was so good, and I wish we had it here. So if you're in the Ontario area, Toronto area, I forget where it's from, check out the Burger Alley. It's so good. So I just did like a little flippy bit here with some scraps of paper. I stamped hers and his. So on the next side, this is just a little like cherub from the fountain, and I put it black and white to make it a little bit extra creepy. And so I think I'm going to do some journaling here because there's lines, so that's why I left that blank. Or I'm going to put a sticker. I'm not sure why I left that blank. I don't remember. So here I used a black paper bag and I just decorated it, some photos of us, and this is a vintage ticket from my stash. And I did use the Spooky Things, I think it's called, collection from Simple Stories that came out last year. I used a lot of that, so that's pretty much what you see here. And then this is just a post-it note that I just trimmed. So I like to use, you know, the maps and like travel guides and stuff like that. So I trimmed one up and I put Toronto. Do some journaling here. These are some more photos of us and the room. And then in here I just tucked in my Michaels receipt. This is the first time I've ever been to a Michaels that had like fabric that you can cut and buy, so I definitely bought that. This is just packaging from the burger place, and I just some random things that I wanted to hold on to, so I tuck it back into the pocket. And I did film a thrifty haul. I found a lot of amazing Halloween items, and I don't normally find Halloween items when I thrift here where I'm from, Montreal. So I found like so many great Halloween items, and I did do a thrifty video and I think a Michaels haul, but I never got around to posting that video. Now what do? I still have it on my camera. Do you guys think it's weird to post a year-old video, or does it not matter? Because I'm not sure, because I did find some really awesome thrifty finds, but I don't know if it's old news now, so not sure. Let me know in the comments if you guys would still be interested in watching road trip thrifting Halloween haul a year later. Anyway, so this is a cut apart page from the collection, and I really love this page. It's one of my favorites. I left it intact, so I used like the different spots of the journaling bits. I made it work for me, so I stamped the title here, Spooky Road Trip, and then this is a picture of the haul. My trunk was filled with Halloween items and fun things that I found. I also went Halloween hunting in Ontario, so it was really fun. I found so many amazing great things, and so very blessed is right. So that's why I put that sticker there. So yeah, this is the picture of my trunk with all of my goodies. And then this is where we went to, stayed in Markham. So I just took this little map piece from, you know, the brochure and put it here, and it fit perfectly in this little spot here. I decorated it with some ghosties. So this is just a picture of us on the road trip on the way there before we left, and this is a little spot that I'm going to do journaling, and I stamped the days we were gone for. So I really love how this looks like a little collaged page, and all I did was use the cut aparts and filled in the spots with the photos and ephemera. So really fun. So this is documenting Marina. This is an unfinished page. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it just yet. I know I do want to add these two photos. So I included photos that I took, but these are professional photos that I grabbed from Instagram, from her Instagram when she shared them. So I kind of want to cut her out and then maybe stick her somewhere, but I haven't yet done that. So this is a page I need to work on. But these pages are complete and I love them so much. I love how I use Halloween items to document a concert, you know. I think that's really fun. So some of the cards I use are from my Beetleween collection. So if you're new here, hi, I do design digital collections. I have a lot of Halloween digital collections if you're interested. My shop is serenabee.com, and I'll have it linked below. So when I design my collections, I'm inspired by the things I like. So I use a lot of movie quotes, music lyrics. This card, Life is Strange, is actually inspired by one of her songs, which is Life is Strange. So I did use her song for this Beetleween card, and I had to include it, of course. So behind this card, I put another one of my printables, and then this is the set list from the concert. So on this new album, she has this song called Metallic Stallion, which is one of my favorites from her new album. And it was a perfect opportunity to use these like unicorn horsey stickers from Maggie Home. So I used one here, and so that's the set list. And then I was very intentional with everything that I used. So I want to point them out. She has a song called Butterfly, so hence the butterfly stickers. She has a song called I Heart You, so that's that sticker. And obviously I just adore her, so I had to put adore. On her Electra Heart album, there's a song and a lyric is like living in a state of dreaming, so I put dreaming. And then she also has a song Happy, so I put happy happy. And then this side I just added some stickers from the Halloween collection and some Pipstick stickers. So that's this little one. And then I added some tickets, and then I use one of the horsey stickers from Maggie Holmes, because where else would I use it? I know they're unicorns, but to me it signified Metallic Stallion, which I used the happy sticker because I was happy, and also again one of her songs. And then the Thursday sticker because that's the day the concert was on. So this is a little journaling spot that I created. And then this card is also from Beetleween. She also has a song from Electra Heart, which is the Lonely Hearts Club, so that's why I use this card for here. And the colors just went really well. And then the back are just more photos that I took myself. I got really lucky. I got close to, I was like, you know, on the floor, and I got really close to her. I got to see her with my own eyeballs, which was amazing, not like from a TV or anything. So these are the photos that I took, and you can see I was pretty close. And I just really love how everything looks all layered together. And so this is the pocket. This is how I decorated it. I used some vintage music note paper, one of my favorite photos from her. And then this is from, I believe, Crepe Paper, Hey Pumpkin. And then this is just a die cut from my stash. And I just decorated with some stars because one of the lyrics in one of her songs is I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. So I wanted to include a lot of stars. So again, these pages are very much done with intention. Like every decor element has intention to it. So I really wanted to point that out. So I really love these ring binders because I can include my own pages, I can move things around, and I can add pocket pages. So I just added some photos that I took, and then I did some embellishing. Of course, I added some stickers. Anyways, I just stamped my queen here. Did some simple decorating again. I added a butterfly, a Halloween butterfly. This is from Pebbles. All the stickers from my Spooky Love collection that I designed. So Stupid Cupid, because this is when she's singing the song Cupid's Girl. And then You Bewitch Me, because she just does. I love her so much. I love her voice. And then this is just like a border sticker that I cut, so I use all 3 pieces along the page to decorate. So that documents my Marina concert. Again, this is September. On September 27th, I did my spooky nails, and I did little ghosties with black glitter. So let me just show you a little close-up. So this is documenting my spooky nails, and this is another card. I think it's from, but I won a giveaway from Heba, from Kelly Perky. I had a bandeau agenda that I never used, and I just cut up the pages, and this is one of them. I believe it's from there. So this is documenting October, and so I love documenting fall and just the beautiful foliage, and so this is what the next couple pages are documenting. So for here, I absolutely love this page. I think it's so cute. I love the colors. It's so pretty. So I have a photo from this park by my house, and then I just embellished it like crazy with some simple stories, die cuts and stuff. I used some vintage paper in the background and some antique paper here. I did a lot of doodling with white gel pen, including on the die cuts as well. So this is a flippy bit, so I just flipped this open, and there are more photos from that day, and it says take the time to play in the leaves, and I fed some squirrelies, and this was like a nice little picnic date that I did. I went to the park near me, I took some photos, I hung out with the squirrels, and I did some reading, and then it started pouring, so I ran back home. And that was nice. And then at night there was a full moon, so this is what that's documenting here. And I just drew some lines with my mono drawing pens, so I have some spaces for journaling when I get to it, and I can maybe add some more lines here as well to do some journaling. I just really love this page. It's so pretty. So on the back side I have another photo. Let me just do a little close-up. Again, I added the white gel pen doodling to the die cuts, and I use some vintage music note paper here in the background. This is documenting another like little walk in nature. So this is a card that I picked up at Dollar Tree when I went on that road trip, and I just added some craft black wrapping paper in the background to map the photo. I didn't do any decorating because the card is really pretty. It's foiled and I think it's busy. Again, this is an unfinished album, so I might go back and add some more stickers here, but for now I left it as is. And then the inside of the card looks like this. I added a photo of us, another photo of me. I did some stamping with the Winnie the Pooh stamp set. Piglet is my favorite, so I had to include him here. Look how cute he is. I just stamped on some craft paper, a bunch of die cuts, and just decorative elements here. And then on the back side, another picture of me from that same trip. I had a lot of pictures, so I had a hard time picking which pictures I wanted to make as like the focal point, so that's why there's a bunch of pictures of me. So for this page, it's so pretty. I use my favorite rose gold wrapping paper. I use some vintage paper, my favorite vintage wallpaper here, and these two elements, the wallpaper and the wrapping paper, are going to be available in my upcoming fall kits that I'm going to be releasing probably in August, so make sure you look out for that. And then I love this cluster that I made here. So I used the fabric leaf and then some leaf stickers, and then I did some stamping. This says Adventure Awaits. I think this is a Studio Calico stamp. So I really love this cluster here and how I use this fabric leaf. I have a bunch of them, so it's really fun to use them up. So that's that page. And then on this page, I did, again, use some antique book paper, and I did some stamping. These are Studio Calico elements, I believe, and then I stamped in Awe of Nature, which is a Studio Calico stamp. So these embellishments here from Stipple Stories, and then I just have a little label that I stamped on some vintage piano paper. This is actually the envelope that went with the card, so I used the envelope as a page, and then on this side what I did was I just did some white doodling. This is a die cut from KB and Friends. I love it so much. I added a bunch of stickles to it, so I hope you can see I added a bunch of stickles to it. So I added a Velcro dot, and I just have more photos here. See, I told you I took a lot of photos. Oh, some more photos of us, and then I have this little die cut here from a past Simple Stories collection that I'm going to do my journaling about the day, so that tucks back in here. I have a hard time deciding on photos, so I just decide to put them all put them all in. All right, so then this next page, this is another card that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and last year bears were the trend, and I absolutely love bears. I love teddy bears. I always have them growing up, and this is the year of the teddy bear, so I did buy 2 mugs, so I documented that, and then I just added some Michael's trim on the edge of the card here, so some black velvet trim and some orange pom-pom trim. So I just made this little dangle here with this fuzzy wuzzy bear bead that I have, and I added a little pumpkin charm, and I just put it on a bulb pin, and I put it through the pom-pom here. So the card opens up, and I have 2 days documented here. I have October 12th, which was Thanksgiving here in Canada. I also found these little bear figurines last year when thrifting in Ontario. Again, that haul that I haven't posted yet. I did find these 2 little guys, so it was the year of the bears for me, and I wanted to document that, and I just added the sticker, I'll get you my pretty, because which relates to, like, you know, thrifting and hunting and buying the things you want for Halloween. So I just thought that sticker was fitting. And then I'm just documenting a little tea sesh we had here, and I just again did some lines for journaling. And then this is just like an outfit of the day kind of thing for the 13th. And then that's it. That's as far as I've gone. Of course, I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to add some more photos here, and these are some more pages that I have prepped for the album. And this was originally going to be like the front cover, but I really like how this looks with the skeleton here, and I might just add some trim here and just have it as a decorative page. I love this page so much. So beautiful, one of my favorites. This is just like a pocket page that I made. And this is just like a Frankenstein page with some papers. I believe they're both from Hey Pumpkin. This is a printable from KB and Friends. This is just a little black coin envelope that I altered, and I just glued down this beautiful napkin, and I added some antique paper here, and I like the border here so I can do a little journaling or maybe stamp the date. This is also that antique German paper that I just did some stamping on top of, and so I don't have anything inside yet, but I just added some washi tape here. This is from Paper Haunts as well. So I have some of the pages prepped and ready to go. I just have to finish it, and this is just a little baggie that I love so much that I trimmed to fit in the album. And this is from when we went to the pumpkin patch to pick our pumpkin, so this is going to be a page in the journal as well. All of the ephemera and stuff is in there. I just have to make the collages and narrow down the photos I want to use, because you guessed it, I took a lot of photos. Alright, so I'm going to read you the list of spooky things and stories that I want to document in this album, just in case, you know, you're new to October Daily and you want to get some ideas. So I have quite a few left to document, actually, and I'm a little concerned because the album is getting pretty chunky, and I don't like alligator mouth, especially for ringed albums like this, because eventually with time the pages start to warp. If you have too many like bulky embellishments or stuff like that, the pages start to warp, and I personally don't like that. So I try not to do alligator mouth if I can help it, but I still have a lot of stories to document, and I don't want to do 2 albums, so I'm going to do my best to fit it all in this one. So just some other things I need to document. Home decor 2025, my Halloween tree, which you saw the pictures for. I have to document the baked cakes that I made, the pumpkin patch day, my cracked mug update. I bought that mug that year, and it cracked the first time I started using it. Nothing has ever happened to me like that, so I took it as a sign. When I get to that page, you'll see what I document about that. So the next story is a witchy crafternoon where I picked some cards, and I wanted to document the message I got. I also want to document the 1 year of my baby Leo's passing, and how I went to the park during the time that he passed a year ago to just honor him, and I wanted to document that story. So next story is the charcuterie boards and carving pumpkins and watching Rocky Horror, and I also have to document the pumpkin carving, and then the Halloween night and day, and then my new wax melter. So oh, and then I also have a pulp culture currently page where I want to talk about my movies and shows and books and stuff like that. So I'm going to do like a page on like pop culture and media that I've been consuming. I have 12 extra stories. That's a lot. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. As you can see, the album is pretty much ready to go. Like, I can leave it the way it is now, but I still have 12 stories. I don't know how I'm gonna fit 12 stories in this album. Wish me luck. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this flip through of my unfinished album. I definitely want to work on it now. I have some projects I'm finishing up, but I'm going to be focusing on this. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, or if you're going to be doing October daily as well this year. I like to work on my October dailies during this time. Puts you in the mood for spooky season. Spooky season for a lot of us start like May and June, so it just feels amazing, and that spooky season is right around the corner, and I just love getting into the mood by working in my October dailies, and that's usually when I work on them. That's just a habit that I've gone into doing, and it just works for me. So yeah, and it looks like it says boo. How fun is that? And someone also noticed there's like a little skull here. I just love it so much. This is perfect. So anyway, that is my album. Thank you so much again for watching. If you're new, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button on your way out, and leave a comment below letting me know if you're doing October daily, or if you're new to it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'd love to help and answer your questions. And yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Stay spooky, take care, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!